This is a tutorial on a new feature in Google Docs using drop-down boxes. And we're going to use a drop-down box to make a closed reading activity. So first of all, I'm going to create a word bank and a set of sentences that I'm going to use. And this really could be used in middle or high school for just a ticket out the door, etc. For, say, for instance, science terms or geography, anything really. So what I'm going to do is take a look here. What I created is a drop down that a student could use to pick or choose an option. So I have I will ring, ride, or run on the racetrack. So the student could pick whichever one they think is appropriate to check for understanding. On the second one here, what I'm going to do is insert a drop down, and I'm going to choose the same drop down that I picked on the first one that I created. So I'm going to choose that, and it says the same thing. For the third one here, I'm going to show you exactly how I created it. So we have ring, ride, and run. Those are the items in our word bank. So I'm going to insert a drop down box. I'm going to say new drop down. And in here, I can name the drop down whatever I want, like ring, ride, run. And for option one, I'm going to say pick one because that shows up by default. For the first option, I'm going to put ring, ride for the second, and run for the third. Okay, so since the last one I'm going to do is run, ride, so it'll be ring the doorbell. So I will run on the racetrack. I will pick one, ride my bike to school, and I will ring the doorbell. The next thing I'd like to do to make things a little easier for the students is to take a look at my word bank. Now I'm going to select all the words in my word bank. There was a method to my madness when I put the words one on top of another because I'm going to actually turn it into a checklist using the checklist function. And that's right here. It looks like checks with lines following it. Control Shift and 9 for those of you that like shortcut keys. And I'm going to select that, and that puts a checkbox in front of each word. So now as the students answer the questions, they can come through and check them. Now, before you go through sharing this with your students, you want to make sure that you default everything the way you want the student to see it. So make sure that your checklist is unchecked. Make sure that your options are back to the default option that you want the student to see before you attempt to share the document. Now I'm going to go to the document here, and I'm going to change it from restricted to Conrad Weiser Area School District. Then I'm going to copy the link. Once I copy the link, I'm going to paste that link, whether it be on Seesaw, Schoology, however you communicate with your students, and I'm going to paste or Control V. If you want to do edit paste, you can do that. Okay. And once you have that done, right here where it says edit, you're going to do a little hack and make sure you don't put any extra spaces in there. Just type the word copy, come to the end of the link, and hit your enter key. Now we should have a clickable link. Let's see if we can get it to click. All right. So once I clicked it, you can see now that it says make a copy. So any student that gets this is going to be able to click make a copy. It will put a copy of this closed reading activity in their Google Docs / Google Drive, and they will be able to do the activity. They can then share it back with you through a screenshot. They could share it back with you through just forwarding it to you in Schoology or what have you, whatever your normal process is. And That gives you a nice ticket out the door. It gives you a nice close reading activity, or anytime you would want to do something with a choose the correct term, this would be a perfect opportunity to do that. Hopefully, you also picked something else up along the way. Thanks.